Welcome to the next lesson, friends. This one is all about backpacks. One thing you will obviously need if you are going backpacking, which is probably a given. But I'm not talking about the kind of backpack your 12-year-old niece carries to school every day. Obviously. Backpacks designed for use in the wilderness are a bit more involved. Of course, if your niece's backpack is big enough and has plenty of exterior attachment points, I'm not going to tell you you can't use it as a backpacking pack, especially if you're trying to save some money, but you will probably want to upgrade to something intended for the purpose at some point very soon. So let's talk about packs. Arguably the most fun piece of gear to pick out for backpacking. There are more or less three different types: external frame packs, internal frame packs, and ultralight packs. Let's break down the differences. An external frame pack is pretty much what it sounds like. The structural frame of the pack is on the outside of the fabric of the bag. Now, not many of these exist anymore, so you probably won't see them around too much. And for good reason. They're uncomfortable. Old school backpackers used to love them because they offered impressive capacity, unencumbered by curved or bulky frames on the inside of the pack that took up precious packing space. I mean, you could carry tons of stuff in an external frame pack and lash even more to the outside, but again, they were uncomfortable. So most people these days opt for an internal frame pack. In fact, that's what most backpacking brands make these days. You might see a few external frames here and there, but an internal frame backpacks are infinitely more common. So an internal frame pack has the structural frame on the inside. Obviously. It's usually little more than a few aluminum bars to give the pack some structure and shape. They tend to be designed to conform to your back and be extremely comfortable, often with options for adjustability to really dial in the appropriate fit for you. They come in many sizes, from 40 liters to 80 liters and beyond. Liters being the amount of space inside the pack. The larger the pack, the more it typically weighs. An internal frame pack is usually in the 4 to 6 pound range. But an internal frame pack is what most backpackers opt to use because they are functional, adjustable, and comfortable. And can still fit all of your gear. Big brands include Gregory, Deuter, Osprey, Big Agnes, and more. As for ultralight packs, these can come in all shapes and sizes and, as the name suggests, are super light, often between 1 to 2 pounds. Some of them, like the Osprey Levity, still have an internal frame to give the pack structure, while others, like the Gossamer Gear Gorilla, have no frame at all in order to reduce the weight of the pack even further. What type of ultralight pack you choose depends entirely on your preferences. A pack with a frame does tend to be more comfortable when carrying heavier loads, or even moderately heavy loads, but a frameless pack can really go a long way towards cutting weight, which is what ultralight backpackers are looking for. I have tried both framed and frameless ultralight packs and like both, but I am an ultralight packer, so I'm usually not even carrying a moderately heavy load. See, the thing about ultralight packs is that you need to pack ultralight in order for it to be comfortable. They are not designed to carry 50 pounds of gear. Also, the way that you pack an ultralight pack is exceedingly important for comfort and balance. So, I would not recommend jumping straight into backpacking with a frameless ultralight pack. Instead, I'd suggest starting with a traditional internal frame pack and then graduate to an ultralight version once you've really streamlined your packing style and lightened your load. But let's talk about size and fit, because both are extremely important when selecting a pack for your outdoor adventures. Pick the wrong size or shape of a pack and you are almost guaranteed to struggle your entire trip. Trust me, been there. It can be annoying at best and uncomfortable at worst, neither of which make for an enjoyable outdoor experience. So my recommendation, especially if this is your first backpack purchase, is to go to a nearby outfitter or outdoor retailer and have them fit you for a pack. They'll help measure your torso and ensure that you are selecting a pack that's the right fit for your body type and size. Most packs have a fair amount of adjustability, unless they are ultralight packs, But still, packs are not usually one size fits all, especially if you're extra large or extra small. That said, if you don't have access to an outdoor retailer, or say you found a really good deal on a nice pack online, holla! Here's how to find out if the pack fits you correctly. Start by loosening all the straps and putting the pack on both shoulders. Clip the hip belt, ensuring that it fits snugly and that your hip bones sit right in the middle of the padding on the hip belt. Ensure that the pack sits comfortably against your back and there's no gap between your shoulders and the shoulder straps. To make sure that's the case, put some weight in the pack while you try it on. You're not going to be carrying it empty in the backcountry, so you shouldn't be trying it on empty. Find all the adjustment points on the back. Raise and lower the shoulder straps or hip belt if possible. Tighten and loosen everything and fiddle with adjustments until you dial in the right fit. If after a lot of trial and error, the pack doesn't rest comfortably against your back and shoulders, you may have the wrong size and you should try another one. Different brands of packs also fit differently, so try on a bunch to see which ones feel right on your torso. Bodies are different and packs will fit differently. And don't be afraid to try on a pack that's marketed to a different gender. Some packs are labeled men's and some are labeled women's, but that's often more for marketing than anything else. I've used several men's packs and they worked just fine. If you're a man with narrow shoulders, try a women's pack. If you're a woman with a long torso, try a men's. If you're a human who has any combination of any body shape or size, try them all. And don't feel weird about it. When you do load your pack up with gear, don't carry all the weight on your shoulders. Distribute it evenly between your shoulders and your hips. That's what the hip belt is for, after all. That will take some of the pressure and strain off your upper back and make just for easier carrying. Just make sure to keep straps, including the chest strap, snug. Loose straps mean wobbly packs, and a wobbly pack that's shifting even a few centimeters can totally throw off your balance, and that can mean boots in creeks. As for what backpack capacity you should get, that depends on your gear, packing style, the length of your trip, and you, honestly. I'm a small person, so any pack over 50 liters is almost always going to be too big for me. In fact, I can usually get away with a 40-liter pack for most trips. If you're a normal-sized human, however, you can probably carry a 50, 60, even 70-liter pack. Anything bigger than that is likely overkill. There's a saying among backpackers, also homeowners, if you have the space, you're gonna fill it, and that means more weight. But hey, hike your own hike. Meaning, if you don't mind carrying 50 pounds on your back, if you like to have those creature comforts when you head out into the wilderness, and that's more important to you than shaving ounces or pounds, then you do you. But for most people, a lighter pack means a more comfortable backpacking experience. Less pressure and pain on the knees and shoulders. So my recommendation is to go with the smallest one you think will fit all of your gear and supplies. And you probably need less than you think. That will usually include packs in the 40 to 60 liter range, for weekend to week-long trips anyway. When you are picking out a pack, while size and fit are the most important aspects to consider, you'll also want to take a look at more superficial features, such as external pockets, whether there's a removable lid, or the pack has extra pockets on the hip belt or shoulder straps, and how easy it is to get into the pack to dig out all of your gear. My advice here is to simply play with a few packs at a store near you. It's super fun. Take a look at a bunch of features and make a wild guess as to which ones you'll find most useful. I love a good external stuff pocket on the front of my pack and hip belt pockets so I can easily store accessible snacks and items like sunscreen and lip balm. I also really appreciate water bottle pockets that allow you to slide in water bottles on the go, and zippered pockets on the lid of my pack for snacks and such. But Josh puts a premium on whether a pack has a zipper around the front, which offers quick and easy access to all of his gear at once instead of having to dig in through the top and pull everything out. Everybody's packing style is different, so go with whatever seems right to you. Finally, let's talk about packing your backpack. Because not only is the shape and size of your pack important, but so is how you pack it. Shove stuff in there willy-nilly and you could end up wobbling all over the trail under a very uneven load, or get to camp with one very sore shoulder. So when you pack, try to balance the weight from top to bottom and side to side so that all of your heavy gear isn't on one side of the pack or all at the top. Place softer, lighter items like sleeping bags and clothing at the very bottom of your pack. Put heavier items like cook sets, food, and your tent in the middle, closest to your back. And then keep the lightest items like snacks, accessories, and quick grab gear like a rain jacket at the very top of your pack. Put too much heavy stuff in the top and you'll feel off balance. Put it all at the bottom and it may feel like you're being dragged down. As for balancing weight from side to side, try to distribute the weight evenly on the left and the right. That'll help keep you from tipping and swaying from side to side as you go down the trail. Add it all together and you have an excellent, comfortable backpacking experience. So start browsing. Pick out your favorite pack in your favorite color in the right size for you and start testing. You'll be ready to hit the trail in no time. So get out there in a correctly fitted pack, naturally, and wander on. I've carried external frame packs, I've carried internal frame packs, I've carried ultralight packs, I've carried all of the things. I'm an ultralighter. Look at me. Do I look like I could carry a heavy load? I am a tiny, tiny human. Child size even. Like, give me a child size pack, for crying out loud. I weigh not enough. I'll just say that. I weigh not enough. I don't really have a choice but to pack ultralight. So that's what I do. Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to pack ultralight. My dad's the backpacker with the 50-pound pack. I'm just saying. Ultralighter, 50 pound. Ultralighter, 50 pound. I don't know. Bye.